And awesome. Okay. Um, we are um we're still building today. Um, I say we're still building as if anything has changed in the last 2 weeks. If for some reason you were indeed awaiting the return of me, I don't know why you would be, but if you were, thank you. Um, and we will be getting back to um, this build that we started last time. And if you were waiting, I'm so sorry. I will try. I'm gonna try to schedule things now and do like one day a week I'll work on like Sim stuff and like stream that, and then other days of the week are gonna be like some more story-driven games maybe that I'm into and enjoying. Um, and we'll see how it goes. I don't have a lot of structure right now, and I need more structure. That's what I feel like. Um, just to like go into a few disclaimer things. I don't know why I'm moving around. That might just be motion sick inducing. I'm so sorry. But disclaimery things. If you say something in the chat, I'm so sorry. I probably will not see it. I will try to periodically check, but I don't expect anybody to say anything, so I don't look very often. But if you are, thank you very much, and I will try to get back to you. Um, what else? Oh, custom content. I build with a lot of custom content. If you see an item or something that you like and you didn't catch the name of the item or the set or the creator, um, or you just can't find it, even if you did, you can um, let me know. Um, if I happen to see in chat that you asked, I will try to let you know if I can. If I don't see that in chat, or I don't, um, if I can't like let you know while we're like looking um, at the build together, you can hit me up on Tumblr or BlueSky. Um, so that's where I am. Those links should be on my channel page. You can send me an ask or post at me on BlueSky. I don't know what they technically call it because it's not tweeting, but it is. Um, so you can do that, or I will be putting the VOD up on YouTube. So if you throw it in the comments there, if you ask um, in the comments on the YouTube video, I can do my best to reply to you there and let you know how to find it. Um, yeah. And if you happen to be listening to this or watching this to hear me yap, I do appreciate you so much. Um, what we're doing, if you didn't catch what we were doing last time, is that we are, or rather, I guess just me, um, I've decided to build a house we're in Copperdale today. So what we're doing in Copperdale is that I personally really love that Copperdale is so inspired by Art Deco. I think that that's really interesting. So I'm kind of working off of that to create a house that's kind of like an updated, um, late 19th century townhouse with Art Deco updates and then modernization is kind of where we're going. Um, And each room is going to be a random size. I wish I could show you the number generator, but I can't. I'm rocking with one monitor. It's also the reason that I cannot look at chat. Um, so maybe one day I will figure it out and you can watch the numbers generate. But for now, I am just randomly generating a number between 2 and 8 for the length and then another number for the width of each room. Um, I get to decide what the room is. It's not going to be like, oh, I'm making the living room. Oh, I rolled a 2 by 2. We're not doing that. Because that would be um, horrifically impractical. And once we get to a certain point, I may just dispense with the number generator and start like filling in spaces just so everything fits together and makes sense. Last time we made like a little like mud room in the back entry. That was our first room. Which is this little space here. And then we also made this way, a little full bathroom in a 2 by 3, and then we have our eat-in kitchen, partially like converted sunroom. And we'll go from here. And I'm also gonna be like putting the rooms together as I see fit and sort of manipulating them however I need to. So, first things first. Okay, cool. Um, just looking at stuff. Wonderful. Okay, okay, cool. So, just gonna generate numbers. Now, the numbers I have 2 through 8. So we could be as big as an 8 by 8 or as small as a 2 by 2. 5. 5 is good. 5 is a nice number. Let's see. 5 is, I feel like, a good number for a sim room. I feel like it's not too big and not too small. By 2. Okay. So I'm thinking a hallway. Hallway or entryway, or maybe a closet of some kind. Let's see. I'm just gonna put a light in so I can actually see what I'm doing. I don't know, I feel like entryway is almost like a little bit easy, like a hallway. It's kind of easy. But I mean, there's just not much else that you can do with a space that's this size. Let's see. What do I think makes sense? I think for now I'm gonna make this an entryway. And if I hate everything about it, I always just delete it. That's also my prerogative. I'm allowed to delete it if I hate it. Okay, so we're in medium wall height because I like medium wall height. Well, I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna try one of these. These are this is from a set by Felix Andre. It's from their estate build set, and this doesn't look very like on theme right now. But if I go into wall sculptures, go all the way to the bottom. Here we go. This is what we're looking for. Huh? Yes, maybe. Okay. Now we also have Okay, I bet this is for the tall wall height. We also have these. Which technically, because we have like the piece up at the top of the door, doesn't really make sense. I kind of, I don't know. I almost want that more. And I do think I changed it to something else. I'm imagining that this is, if this is like original to the house, then it's gonna be slightly weathered. Look at these doors again. So I may have missed if there was like a curved one. Oh, I do also have these. If I want to try that. And then this is, of course, the Copperdale one. But with these, like the shape of the door handle, this feels very community lot to me. This does not feel residential. So does that. Ooh. Okay. Oh, this is, we'll go with that curved one. Which I feel like this is actually more what I'm looking for. Yeah, I like that. Back to wall sculptures, and we'll take a look. So if we do put the curved piece over top of this, this is gonna stick up past the wall height that we have. So I think whenever I go to like put that together, I'll have to be mindful of that, but I do like the way that it looks too much. So then we're gonna weather it. Still like that though, I'm the best for this. Okay. And now for how we get into hall from here. We could arch it, or we can use columns and spandrels. Which, depending on the arches that we have, which I think I said this last time, EA's arch game is weak. It's just not good. So I do have these. These are the Strangerville ones, which I like. I like them. I think they're good. But I feel like this should feel grander than that. Considering what this house is supposed to kind of feel like. It's very craftsman, which of course makes sense because it's from Get Together, so I guess it's not technically craftsman. I don't know. That shape is an option. I'm just using the lighter color so I can see the shape better. Now we do also have these from Forward, which I love. Which if they came in different colors, like if they came in like wood tones or like more natural stone, those might be an option. I do like them. Maybe not for this. Yeah, that's really craftsman. Oh my goodness. I get Craftsman and I get why people like it. I just don't. It's not really my thing. I like it occasionally. It definitely has its space. It's just not generally what I'm looking for. This is Valia from the Mediterranean build set. It's definitely an option. It might lean a little bit more castle-y than what you want for this. I did use Life and Death in here with horse ranch spandrels, which for like a kitchen mudroom area, I don't mind. I think that's fine. But for an entryway, I don't think that that's what we want to do. Um, I do like that though. I feel like that suits things much better. This is Get Together. Which I will say, I think that in terms of what Maxis produces, they've come a long way since Sims 2. I do, which is, if you haven't seen me stream before, that's my, like, primarily what my experience with the Sims is Sims 2. Are you serious? Is that seriously? Okay. Never mind. That's a fine name for a column. Nothing remotely wrong with that. Now, gotta choose a spandrel. But, oh, what was this? Just that, like, things are very different. What Maxis is producing is very different, and I feel like are producing a lot more things that at least I personally actually like as a part of the piece. Not always, but a lot more definitely. Sims 2's very hit or miss. Mostly missing. And of course, like, I'm looking at that through the eyes of like somebody who considers a lot of that very dated, but frankly, it was dated when they were coming out with it. Like, it was not, I don't know, it was not the move. Are there not get together spandrels? Oh, there they are. Oh, that's so disappointing. I wanted something that looked a little bit more. Like, it's fine because it matches, but let's look at some other things. And if nothing else looks good, then I guess we'll just go back to that. This is the full bench. Oh, that does. Under any circumstances. So I say that I don't like craftsman stuff as I'm looking at this. That's fine, I guess. That could be an option. But I feel like that's not quite the look that we're going for. So I do love the Realm of Magic spandrels. They're a little bit Art Nouveau, but I don't know that they're gonna work here. Because of course it would make sense for like the more structural details of a house like this in this concept to be more Art Nouveau. Just like in terms of perspective, that would make sense, but unfortunately, I just don't think it's gonna match. Just too bad. I do like it. Oh, we could go Shoji. The Snowy Escape spandrel. Which, like, it's not an exact match, but it matches-ish. I'll have to file that away in my mental codex to look at that later for something else, because I do like that. What about, let's look at, what about Strangerville? What have you got, Oh, see, I like that. I feel like that's got like a little bit more than this did. Have a color that's better. I feel like another color that's better. Damn it. Like in your wood swatches not match. Maybe let me try the matching Strangerville columns. Maybe I will be okay with that. So if we replace we do these, but those are gonna have the same problem that I'm having up the top where like it's not quite thick enough with the wall. It probably won't bother me as much once I get some wallpaper on there though. I think. And also this wood matches the door a little bit better actually. Strangerville, I didn't use your archway, but I am going to use your columns and spandrels. Me liking so much of the Strangerville build stuff is not something that I expected when I got that pack. I got it because I thought the gameplay would be fun, and it is. I think it's really fun. But I do really like the build mode stuff. Did not expect that. Okay. Now we are gonna need walls and floors, and we'll go from there. The beast is scratching at the door. My cat. The problem is, if I open the door, she will just stare at me and not come in. And I have the door closed as not to disturb other people. But of course, she wants it open, because that's all she ever wants. She's really offended by closed doors. I feel like paneling. I feel like paneling makes the most sense. Velvet and an entryway does not make any sense. There are these though, with Grange set. Oh, I do like the green. And this upper this wallpaper here does feel a little bit Art Deco to me. Just the repeating geometric, but it also feels kind of like transitionary between Art Deco and Art Nouveau. If that makes sense. That also might just be absolute nonsense. But I like it, so I'm gonna Alright. And I think I want something stone. Maybe. Oh. Ooh, do we go back to the Myshuno floral tiles? Do you love these? And we have green ones. I wish that opening up this wall didn't make it hard to see things, but that's what that tile looks like. These are the Myshuno Sun. This is a Myshuno Sun set. There's also matching walls. Did I use this in the bathroom? No, I used a different set in the bathroom. Okay. I think that that's good. And then once this is connected to another part of the house, probably a hallway, um, it won't look quite like this. But I'm feeling built-in bench situation because we have this kind of built-in in the mudroom. So I'm feeling bench, which luckily, since we have that wood, the Grange mudroom set will have. Also, if I'm saying the name of the kit wrong, I don't care. It may be like La Grange mudroom. I don't care. Because I do not have the energy every time to do the French pronunciation. And we're all gonna have to be okay with that. And if you're not okay with that, I don't care. I simply don't. Okay. See, I like the vibes. The vibes are great. Why did we have to have pillows? Oh, I'm probably gonna cover those up. The gingham is not it. Fun fact about me is I don't like gingham. I will tolerate it in specific situations, but I do not like it. I do like this rug, but it is one, it's the size of this room. We could size it down, but I don't know. I feel like there's a better rug. And if I want to use that one later, I can just use it in another room. And I could. Do you think I want to put like some cabinets above or maybe the closed ones? Of like right on the wainscoting, maybe a little bit lower, but not to feel quite so absurdly high because we are using medium light in here. But I'm thinking that what I actually want to do with like some clutter is just put it on the bed. So I feel like if you're in your actual house, that's what you're doing. You're not just putting, everything on your like perfect little table. And we're gonna elevate that with tool mod. Would a sim clip through this to sit here? Entirely possibly, but I don't care that much. Through. 0.02. Negative 0. That's Twisted Mexi. I definitely would recommend playing with tool modding for a builder or somebody who enjoys building. It's a super awesome tool to have. If you're ever just like wanting to get something in the exact right spot or get something the exact right size. In terms of gameplay, things get a little funky when they're placed with tool mod, I've noticed. Like if you have something in a slot that you have moved up or down with tool mod, it will disappear. And it'll get just transported into your like family inventory. the household inventory. So that is a thing to look out for. But if you're just moving like stuff around that's not on slots, it should be okay. Yeah, just a thing to look out for, if it's a concern. So what I am gonna grab now, I think, is I do really love using the life and death wall lights for entryways. I just think that they look really cool. I do have some cool custom ones though. Like I have these. I will probably use these in this house somewhere. This is Sybilette. Oh, but I do have this one from La Panamona. But I don't think it's really gonna hit for this hallway. What about? I wonder if the game technically considers them outdoor lights. Here's the handle. Here they are. That's what I wanted. I'm gonna change the colors. Oh, if I put that right there, you wouldn't be able to access the color. We'll just do one over here. It's fine. Looks a little bit weathered, but not like rusty. Like, this house has been taken care of by somebody. Or at least that lamp was, and then they installed it later. I don't know. Entirely up to I'll leave it up to chance how that happened. But I like it. I do think these built-ins are probably newer. Not just because they look newer, but because that probably isn't how this space would have been utilized. If at all. But can go for a rug. Let's do rug now. I do have this. This might be one of the darker colors. Almost feel like something solid color and maybe just like slightly textured, kind of like this one, is more the energy. It's like, I feel like it should have a level of elegance, but with the tile, I don't think that a pattern is gonna work. Oh, did I know that swatch existed? I definitely did not know that swatch was in there. And that's a high school year's rug. What is with these? Or is that? That's high school years. Yeah. Because Discovery University is the cap. Ah, have I never seen that swatch? That's so pretty. I'm just gonna leave this out so I can use it somewhere else. It's the same reason the bird bath is out. That's just a thing that I do. Is if I want to use something somewhere else, I'll just leave it out. do have this guy. This is also my shoe set. It's very modern, though. Which, it does make sense that there's going to be like a certain amount of modern. The beast is scratching at the door. She's coming in. She's not. She won't come in. Okay. I know I said I didn't want a pattern, but I didn't consider Persian rug running. Oh, and that's kind of such an interesting size and shape. What other colors? Yes. Yes, I think so. And on this wall, I think, or in this space, the cat is real. I think she might be throwing herself against the door. I do have to go make sure she's okay. The beast is fine, but she won't come in. And she's not outside. Just to clarify, she's not an indoor outdoor cat. She is inside. She's just in a different room. Okay. She's in the rest of the house. But she wants to be in here because the door is closed. Because she's a cat. I feel like a mirror. I feel like a mirror is good. Be something. I can do something cool with mirrors. If you're curious how I'm expanding the catalog, I'm using the key right next to the 1 key on my keyboard. That's not the 2. It's the one on the other side. If this were taller... Or maybe I'll use something else to eat up that upper wall space. So I always say, here's the thing, is I do like medium wall height. I like it especially for gameplay. I feel like it's actually quite nice to have the extra visual space to see your Sims. But I also do like to decorate it. So maybe we'll do like some shelves or some stuff up there. But I do like that mirror. We have... Who made this? Where's this from? It just said, oh, Sims house. Maybe I do have a lot of like funky wall sculpture thingies. Like what I could do is I have something like this that I could kind of scooch behind. I don't know if there's a way to do this without it clipping the mirror. Oop. Or I do... Oh, this is actually exact width that I would need it to be. just to kind of eat up some of that visual space for us. And I'm just using Alt to free place it off grid. Oh, I'm kind of obsessed. I really like that. And now we're gonna put a little thing for like keys and stuff over here. And I think I know which one I want. I think what I want is the one from Lapadamona's Moody Hallways. I do have this as an option. Maybe if we do like a kiss room or a teen room, we'll come back to this, to the bat. Because I do like the bat. The bat is cute. This. Do I want that? It is kind of the perfect green on the envelope here. And there is a slot on this. If I have like something that's the right size. Hop over to decorations. And let's see. Dear clutter tab. I think I've mentioned this before, but I do like the way that the decor this is organized in Sims 4. That you have paintings and wall decorations, and then you have sculptures and clutter, and then also miscellaneous, so that you actually have like a little bit more specificity that you can get into. Okay, but kind of obsessed with the sim leaving their emotional support water bottle in here. It's there so I can grab it when I go out the door. We're definitely keeping that. They just throw their mail on the bench here. Maybe some shoes or some boxes or something to shove under the bench. Some forgotten mail, maybe. I do have this that I use. I use a lot. This is Anya from the Raska set. The great thing about this set is that every single piece of furniture that's in it is $1, including like the bigger furniture pieces. Like there's a sofa and stuff that go with it. It's great. Or a simoleon. I think, oh, darling. Else. I may not fully like complete a space, so I am free to go back through and like add more stuff if I feel like it. Oh, we should throw like a back somewhere in here. clean backpack. You can use it to cover up that pillow that I don't like. Oh. But okay. I'll drop it back down a bit. Here, we'll have the black backpack so we can set up having a goth team. Oh, I didn't know there was a bumblebee. Is the bumblebee new? Oh my goodness, that's so cute. I also did not know there was a cow plant. I also just don't use the backpack item in my builds very much, so it could have been there the whole time, and I would not know. But we are going to set this up so we can have a goth teen bedroom. Okay. So I'm satisfied with that for now, and I can always go back through and add more stuff. Especially since if this is like a house with a teenager, it's gonna be messy. Alright, so I'm just gonna pop back to lights so the catalog doesn't take 3 years to load when we go back there. Alright, and we're rolling the next room. Eight. Okay. Eight. By 4. This might be a good time to do our living room. This is the same size. Yeah, this is the same size we rolled for the kitchen. So, wood flooring, I think, is a good place to start. Some original hardwoods, perhaps uncovered from a poor house flipping that had happened. As we know, people love to cover up original hardwoods with laminate. Doesn't bother me at all. I really do like the Life and Death Woods. I feel like they have so much dimension. And the Life and Death Woods are also the Horse Ranch Woods, so Horse Ranch was another pack that I bought for gameplay and didn't realize how much I would enjoy the build mode aspects of it, like the pieces. Okay. So I'm thinking how I'm probably going to end up doing this is having we'll move that over so we have a little bit more space. House. What we'll probably do is we'll have a hallway separating this, unless I roll like a room that I want to put in as like a formal dining room. a lot of my builds end up this shape, unfortunately. Just ends up being so boring. Um, everything's the same shape. Um, even though houses are built that way. They are. But I think probably what we'll end up doing, I mean, unless I want to reorient, so like this is the front. I don't know, it's gonna depend so much on what other rooms we get, like what other size rooms. So I'm just thinking if I want to like put in windows now and like decorate. I'll put in windows. I'll put in windows. Put them wherever I want to put them. Let's do wallpaper in here. We can do wallpaper, so let's do wallpaper. Yeah, there are peacocks. There's just also toucans. Because obviously, those are from the same environment. Typically, what I do with these wallpapers, because I have a bunch that are by Simplistic Sims. I have a bunch that are all like this. Typically, what I'll do is I'll do like a feature wall that's all the wallpaper, and then do all the other walls in the accent color. But I kind of want something that's going to be floor to ceiling in here. So the design can't be that overwhelming. No. Tigers are always an option. You can always go tigers. I wish there were upper moldings on the Crystal Creations paper. I wish. And then this doesn't have any moldings top or bottom, which is just tragic. Come on, Sybilette. Come on. And then this is so cute. Not for in here, but I love this that came with businesses and hobbies. But I wish that all of the swatches were just different color versions of this and not the diamonds. It's fine. It's fine. It's not fine at all, actually. It makes me so mad that there's only 2 swatches that are this and then the rest are diamonds. I feel like this should have been 2 different wallpapers. Should have had the diamonds as one and then this as another one. Why are they the same wallpaper? Like they're not even related in any way. Should have been 2 separate ones. And then let me talk about, since we're talking about Art Deco, let me talk about this Love Struck wall. Is that I'm never going to use this in an Art Deco build. Like, I don't mind it, but with how colorful it is, it doesn't read as Art Deco to me as much. And also, what is this wood color? It's hideous 70s wood paneling, or wood molding at the top and bottom. What is that? And then, I don't know. Like, I like this green. I think it's cute. but the hideous orange wood. I just can't. Welcome to Ivy Complains About Catalog. You're here. You came for this. You came for this. Don't worry. Every game I play, I will find something to complain about. So don't you worry. Like these colors in the businesses and hobbies, like floral versions of this paper, like that would be so pretty, wouldn't it? Like it wouldn't be quite as like pastel-y, but like it's so hard being right. It's so hard being right about everything all the time. But this is the burden that some of us have to bear. It's being correct. Where'd this paper go? We have other swatches I want to look at. Here it is. Okay. So an option. We do have the paranormal wallpaper, which I also love, which could also use molding up the top. It could. Oh, skulls? Big skulls. And since I did just complain about it with the businesses and hobbies wallpaper, I do think it's a little odd that all of these swatches are in the same paper together. This is also simplistic. This is the spellcaster wallpaper, which I love. I love all these swatches, but I do, if we're going to be fair, they shouldn't necessarily all be together like this. Should probably be like, at least separated by theme. Because like there's these florals, and then there's kind of more like abstract designs. Like this design is very Art Nouveau, the shape of the flowers in it. And then we have things that are like this, which I love also. We might grab this for the goth tea room. But thematically, it's a little bit different. I suppose now would be a good time to kind of conceptualize the people who originally lived here. What was their deal? I don't necessarily get the vibe that this is like a generational home. It's not exactly the vibe that I think we're looking for. I think this maybe was the house was maybe like left in disrepair, maybe like dilapidated, and then was like restored. Or maybe it wasn't dilapidated, but maybe like fell into the hands of some terrible flippers. And then was restored from there, bringing back all of like the beautiful woods and the wallpapers. I really like this paper. It's actually the first swatch in this wallpaper, but I do like it. I don't know that I've used this swatch before, but now's the time, I think. Yeah. Now, I think let's think about you want door? I'm feeling archway. Or we can do more of the spandrels that we did for the entry. However, if I do put in a door, it's gonna mess, or an arch, or spandrels are gonna mess with like the light inside the room, which will be annoying. I do have these as an option. These are fun. They're custom archways that are like partially open doors. This could be fun for like if I do a closet. Like this is, I don't mind this. Speaking of craftsmanship, again, I don't mind this, but it is very much what it is. Which is fine if you like that, but it's just not for me. Ooh. Okay. This is kind of... Now this is supposed to be industrial, and it is. Definitely. Has a feeling of being industrial. I've never used it, but I do love it. Okay, story here. Story. Maybe the original arch was torn out or was unsalvageable. I don't know what it is, but I think it might be this like sun shape up at the top feels to me very like it feels not deco. It's not art deco quite. But it has this element of if you've ever been in a weirdly nice municipal building somewhere in the United States, where it has like a big, um, not a mural, what's a relief? Like a big relief of like people working or like there's, or often like there'll be like people, like it's a lot of times it's post offices, and I'll talk about why in a second. And this is something that I find fascinating. That's very interesting to me. But if you've ever seen one, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. But they're all over municipal buildings in all over the United States, particularly post offices, but also probably like courthouses or things like that. And all of these buildings exist and look weirdly nice and look the way they look because they were built as a part of the WPA, which was a part of the New Deal in the 1930s. Because so many American citizens or people in America were, or in the United States rather, were out of work. So they were like, well, let's just create jobs and we'll, put all these people to work building things. And so, one of the many things that they did is they built all of these post offices. And you'll see a lot of them have these like, I don't know what this art movement is called. It's not constructivism, but it's a very particular type of or style of art that a lot of these buildings have. It's usually workers or transportation or something, and it's always, you see it a lot. This is the other place that you see this a lot is Soviet propaganda. Which is a very interesting crossover. Not at all unlikely considering, but regardless, it's very dynamic. And I don't know why, but this particular motif in the Arch of the Sun reminds me of this, and I'm putting it in because I think it looks cool. Even if it probably would not have been original to the house to have this in here. But the story that we're creating is probably that this wall, or because what's the thing that flippers, or at least when I was watching HGTV a few years ago, I don't really watch it anymore at all, but was very into watching it a while ago. And the thing that they were always trying to do was make floor plans open concept. And this style of house would not have been open concept by any means, because heating that would be horrifying. So that every room would have been closed off. And then also from like a perspective of like entertaining and socializing, it doesn't make sense in of the era that these houses would have been a part of to have everything be opened up. So maybe there originally was some sort of door and they opened it up. These horrible flippers, in my imagination, opened up this wall way more than it should have ever been. And maybe they covered up this wallpaper. Maybe this wallpaper was put in by the people who restored the house, who live here now, as like something that looked similar to what would have been in the house originally. And this piece, maybe they like rescued this from like an old industrial park situation. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up to justify the fact that I want to put this in here because I like it. But I love a good story. I love a good story. All right. And I'm feeling a bay window. I feel like a bay window could be fun. Even though technically if I were to put one in, the room would not be the same size as it was. But because it would look so good, I don't care. We're gonna do it anyway. And since we're doing it this way, and Sims 4 is like this, it's technically gonna be its own separate room. Can you believe it? And we'll just put spandrels up. And then we'll put in columns. And then we can detail. Yo, what's up with you? And maybe we'll grab those same life and death windows that we used in the sunroom part. Because I do look, especially as a bay window. Gorgeous. Obsessed. I love these greenhouse windows from Life and Death. I just think they're so pretty. Okay, we're gonna have to put another light up there. It's just gonna be weird. The lighting in that part is just gonna be weird, and I hate that. But it's fine. I don't care. It doesn't bother me at all. Okay. But now that we have that in there, I think let's put like a little sofa. A little love seat in there. Since we made such a lovely little nook. Let's see. I'm thinking comfortable, maybe a little overstuffed plush piece. Not exactly modern, but not exactly not modern. Oh, maybe book. I don't like that there's not padding on the back. Like there's all these wonderful pillows, but the back's not actually padded. That looks uncomfortable. Not exactly what I was looking for, but why couldn't you just give me one that's all this lovely green? I don't mind it with the black, but if it were all green. You can't believe that this sofa is so high up in here. This looks like a futon. And it looks like the couch that my parents had. Like the very first couch that I remember. And the thing was not comfortable. Oh, let's try. Yes. Yes, Crystal Creations. Up through. Beautiful. We do also have this Valia one, but I think I like the Crystal Creations one better. But per hour. We do also have a long version, but I don't think so. This is Desert Lux, which normally I'm not really. No, I don't like that in this case either. Let's see if we have better colors of those. If it came in like this, oh, it comes in that color. Okay, I like that. I'm just gonna bring it away from the wall a little bit and bring back my grid lines. I just want to bring it away from the wall a little bit so it's not clipping. Because it has like a little bit of flashness that we're just not seeing. That goes over a little bit. I like that. You can throw like the TV over in this area. Oh, lovely. We have a spam comment in the chat. That's so great. Look, man, I'm not buying views. I'm so sorry, but you are targeting the wrong person. Electronics, that's what I want. Okay. Frame TV. Frame TV might be the way to go here. If you're ever looking for more frame TVs, which you very well might be because they're gray. This is from Valia's Lorenza set. It is 4,500 simoleons. It's expensive, but it still looks good. So we have this. So we have so many great swatches. Like, I love it because it looks like a real painting and not just like not that this necessarily doesn't, but this I think is more suitable for like if you're doing something like this that's a little bit more of like a historical style build than like even I do like the frame on this one, but I don't know, I think this fits better, especially with the color palette of and like every single option comes with every single different color frame. And like a rug. Nice giant plush rug. And I think down at the other end, we'll put a fireplace. Some sort of cool looking original fireplace. Ooh, not that big. Mm. I feel like I use this swatch of this rug all of the time, but it just looks so good. Which, if you want this, this is by Weather Winds on Tumblr, and these are the Rifle Paper Company rug recolors. So this is like a real paper. Like I'm not familiar with that company, but it is real. Like IRL. And then this pattern is one that they picked up. I do love when people do this. They'll find like real often historical. But I know people do this with like more modern stuff too, where they'll find like a pattern or a like something like stationery or fabric or wallpaper, and they will turn it into something in The Sims, whether it's one-to-one like wallpaper to wallpaper. I have some really cool ones like that for Sims 2. Or something like this where it was paper that they turned into a rug. Presumably, I don't actually know. Maybe that company was called the paper company, but they made rugs. Entirely possible. I don't know. But still, regardless, I really love that because it just looks so authentic. And often the designs are really pretty. And it's so interesting that fireplaces ended up in decor in Sims 4. That's not necessarily where I would have put them. Um, if you don't know, in Sims 2, they're just in miscellaneous. Like, there's a miscellaneous tab in buy mode, and that's where they ended up. And there's also a miscellaneous, where some people put things. I like that. This is the Boreal set by Sundays. Can you imagine? Just throw in the most modern fireplace ever. I would die. Not really. But I would hate it. Do a Bingle mirror. Do you have these love struck mirrors that don't look bad? We could do this is an option. A different wood. Kind of matches actually. Which I don't know. I'm not sold on. Once again, Sims team, can we get on being able to resize mirrors? That would be great. Because, like, I don't mind this, but sometimes I want the mirror to be able to be bigger. And I'm sure that there's a reason they haven't done it, or they would, but I don't know, I just feel like we're waiting on that innovation. This is the one that I was looking for, actually. I like how big it is. This is Cibolette also. I think, yeah. It does make it really tall, but what I think I'm gonna try to do is find some bookcases to like fill in the sides and like kind of make it built-in-ish looking. Or at least look very cool. It's also weird to me that bookcases are in storage. That's weird. Weird thing in storage. Okay. Like half the time I'll be looking for a bookcase and I'm like in the hobbies tab, like where is it? Where are they? Because I've completely forgotten. And I want something tall. Ooh, do we want? We do have these guys. These are from Life and Death. I don't know. I'm not sold. I guess I feel kind of weird that it's like cut off on the wall, that it's kind of clipping. But that, I guess, is just gonna be a problem no matter what. Unless I grab something that's like... Yeah, that's too narrow. Because the other option is doing something that just doesn't have a design to the sides, because, like, this as it exists already just goes over the bounds of its square, which is fine. Maybe instead of bookcases on either side, we'll do like built-in shelves, because I do like these. And then of course I do have these, which are from they're from a Crystal Creations add-on set. Um, by Peacemaker _ Icy. Um, and I can use these. Not that one, but I have a Tonero one. Yeah. And I think I've definitely used these for built-in things before. Do I mind? I think the thing that I don't love about this, though, is that this, like, the side feels kind of unfinished. Maybe what I want, maybe I should, but I didn't mind the shorter one. So maybe shorter, like, shelves, and then something else symmetrical on either side on the wall. Maybe that's what we need to do. So we do have these cozy kitsch guys, which I like them. I like them. They're so funky. think we'll have to save these for another time. Do I need a different fireplace to make this work? Because I like this one. I like that it's weathered. I like the brick and the marble and the wood. No, I don't think the fireplace is the problem. I think the shelves that I have are the problem. I'm sure I can find something. Let's move over to surfaces. Don't let me down. I have used these to make built-ins. The other great thing about these is that I can lift them a little bit off the floor, and then they won't clip into the marble piece. Here. It's the whole set. And the house. Stick up some drawers. And these work, they're basically a little bit like the Dream Home Decorator stuff, where they aren't clipping right now, I think, because I'm messing with stuff, but they would typically, I think, clip together. Or if they didn't, they're still pretty modular, so you could use them in the same way you would use the Dream Home Decorator shelves. Go too far, otherwise they would look completely inaccessible. And then maybe some fun lights, and then maybe could do some art pieces. Or maybe we should do art pieces first, and then maybe do like gallery lighting. That could be cool. And if you saw my Whimsigoth house and you're thinking, wow, this looks really similar, it's because I do indeed have an aesthetic and things that I like. And I don't really move outside of that as much as I could. But I guess that's part of the goal of doing things like this, is kind of trying to try stuff that's a little bit different. And I don't always make it. I don't always end up doing things that are actually outside of my comfort zone. But I do try. And we'll put stuff into this cabinet. And that'll kind of fill in that gap space there. See, would we be able to do so much stuff if we didn't have medium wall height? You never think that, like, talking to yourself is exhausting, but it kind of is, which is weird. Like, it feels like it shouldn't be. As I say that, and I go completely silent while I'm picking pictures. But it's fine. It's y'all don't mind. All four of you who have kindly deigned to watch this video, or who are currently watching the stream, which you are incredibly kind for listening to this. There. Yeah. Yeah, I think that turned out really. We're not done. Don't worry, we're not done. But for a start, I do like that. I'm glad that I moved away from the bookshelf so that we could do kind of like a mix of historical and modern going on in here. I'm sorry if I'm yawning. I say as I in fact yawn. I shouldn't be tired. I am so caffeinated. But who knows? Maybe it's the undiagnosed ADHD. Which I might not have. It's just likely considering that my sister also has it. And she is officially diagnosed. And my other sister is also getting officially diagnosed. And I would, except it's super fun to not have health insurance. I love it here. It's so great. But it's fine. In The Sims, you don't have to have health insurance. And that's why we like to live here. Decorations. That's the tab that I wanted but couldn't think of. Now, I do have, as I'm looking through stuff, I have some fun, like, I have a bar cart that actually functions as a bar. Or we could do the globe bar. Globe bar feels very like it could fit in here. Just very quick, like, hop over to this, which, once again, it is so weird how things are categorized to me. Like, why is the bar in the lobby? If you don't know, in Sims 2, bars are in kitchen miscellaneous. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to go into debug to grab the globe bar. Hold, or at least not debug, but unlockable. Was it not? Oh, it's not unlockable. For some reason, I just thought it was. I think I thought it was something that was like unlockable with the writer career. Oh my goodness. Why is it that shade of blue? That's so weird. There. I think that's as close as we're gonna get to matching our aesthetic here. Now, let's clone these. More books? Sure. Oh, did I was gonna be like, oh, did I put these at a good height? I didn't. I am still gonna have to drop those down. Thank you, Jewel Mod. put them at a good place. Do this and then throw them down again. Maybe I don't. Plants. We don't have any plants yet. We gotta have some plants. Because that'll look nice, even if they're fake. It's entirely possible that it's just a family of fake plants. Oh my goodness. Look at all those slots that we can use. Also, why? This has slots, but this one doesn't. Sure, that makes sense. We'll put a window over here, actually. Because I didn't actually put it on any other window. Let's grab same. Actually, I think these are Strangerville windows too. Yep. Interestingly, Strangerville build items are the exact aesthetic that we're working with. But now our succulent can get at least a little bit of light. So maybe it won't be totally dead. Clipping right into the books. To find a different plant, or at least a different spot, because I do like that one. But we'll probably have to find another spot for it. Oh my goodness. It's not even late. My brain is just... Oh, I love that Ravishing went in and separated out. This is actually a part of a plant trio from the movie Hangout, but now I have a cute little teacup cactus that I can put anywhere I want. I think we'll save that little guy for later. Because we do got skeleton planter. Got one. Skeleton planter on a pedestal. And then I have another one from another creator. Maybe we'll save skeleton planter for goth teen room. I won't use this already, right? No. No. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally use plants again that I had used in the kitchen, because I could not remember. I'm so sorry that I keep yawning. I don't know why I'm so tired. Hi. Oh my goodness. Hi. I'm so sorry. That I didn't see your chats. I don't have multiple monitors, so I don't always see chats. But yeah, you can Yeah, I can't really do things while I'm streaming. But I will take a look after. Hi, thank you so much for coming and for chatting. I appreciate you. And if you've already gone because I didn't see your messages, I'm so sorry. And things are going well. Things are going well, I think. What? Do other people just have like random boxes of shit in like their living room, or is that just me? Is this just a me thing? Or I just have random decorative boxes. I mean, it can't be just a me thing if people are making them for me to put places in The Sims. Ocean bottles? I don't know necessarily if this is gonna be a family of witches. Or that there will be any witches in this family. Or any supernatural Sims in the theoretical people who live in this house. Well, we can always do the second stack of books, but... Oh, I know what books I want. Search books. I will find them. These. I wanted these. Yes. We also have in stack form. Oh my goodness. No. Sorry, I keep hitting the wrong buttons. This is a problem that I have, or one of my many problems, is that because I play multiple other games, sometimes I have to readjust to controls, and it's a problem. So we have those in that color. We also have them standing up in this color. I will go ahead and lift up with our good friend, the 9 key. And there, drop it down. Just want to make sure that they weren't clipping. Okay. And then we'll find something that can act as a bookend. Oh, maybe the falcon? Or, I don't know if it's technically a falcon. It may be an eagle? Get out of tool. Now it's under packs. It's the one, it's a little paranormal one. I use it as a bookend all the time. This guy. Oh, it is a statue of Horus. Raise him up and maybe size him down just a little bit. So he can act as a bookend for us. Copy. Negative. 0. Oh. I like him. Do I want that color? Do you want a different color? Now I got him in the right spot. No, I like that. Okay. Now, something other than books. Other than books and plants. To go up here. Ooh, maybe candles. Plant, mug, book, candle, as Karen and Connie would say. But they're not wrong. It's a good formula. But I don't know necessarily that my decor choices would line up with theirs in any way. I think I want some sort of like spooky, funky candelabra. Oh, we do have these, but these are a little small. I want something a little bulkier. Like this. Oh, and I also have these. And because there's so many slots on this, I can use all of them. Yes. Yes. Okay, now I want a black candle. Oh, are those the only options? Fine. I'm gonna make. No, I'm just gonna make a short version. It's too bad. But we do. There. The candle. Are they playing cards? Are they tarot cards? Are they something else entirely? Who knows? But we can put the tarot cards out. I do wish that these cards came in other colors. Not that I mind the swatch that they come in. I do really like those colors. I think we could have more. I would like more. Okay. I'm happy with how that looks for now. Let's get some curtains on these windows. Goodness. Plant curtain? We could do plant curtain. But I don't know that plant curtain is right for in here. We'll save plant curtain. Now we could. I do think we need to put curtains on these, the windows in the nook, or in the bay rather, would be the proper way to refer to it. I do like skies. I don't know that they're quite. Why are we behaving like this? Is it because you don't like diagonal? So free. Gotta be so needy. And we're just gonna we're not paying attention to how it clips into the pillars of the spandrels. Because if we did, it would drive me crazy. Kurtrod, where are you? Here. Excuse you, don't cause problems, please. I feel like I always have to do this with these, is just move the actual windows themselves out of the way. My goodness. Doing this to me. I should not make this word. Goodness. And now I'm just gonna move these windows out of the way too. And I'll just put them back once I'm happy with how the curtains look. I think it makes the most sense to do these, and then I'll put the curtains on the sides. Realize these all need to be. Okay. Now let's slide these guys into me. Oh, that one's already perfect. Okay. And now they're not perfect. They're not exactly what I would want, but I think they're close enough. At least that's what I'll tell myself. Oh my goodness. I meant to, like, actually stream for, like, a reasonable amount of time. Which would be longer than 2 hours. Because that's what most other people do. But I am seriously so tired. I think as soon as I'm happy with how this room looks, I might have to call it, which I hate because I plan to go longer tonight, but it's just not. I just don't think it's gonna happen. like we could fit in some more like hobby skill building stuff. Or like more social things to have. What do you feel like we could do with space? Oh, and I want to put like a little let's put down a little table. So I was wondering if I had enough space to do like that's bigger than I want. Like a games table. No. Yes. Yes. Some extra. Oh, my yellow. There. That's it. What is this? Oh, this is just by somebody on Mod The Sims. This is the Gym 07. It's converted. Converted from where? Is this Sims 3? That is not in Sims 2. There's no way. Well, regardless of where it's converted from, it's a beautiful table, and I'm so happy that I feel like that green marble is just perfect. Let's do a table lamp on that. Be fun. Oh, is it time? Is it time to do a crystal ball? Maybe. I think the book nook lamp. And then we'll maybe throw down maybe some knitting or cross stitch. For in this corner. Which I'm only doing. I like the fact that there's a cross stitch because I actually do cross stitch. My only critique is that it takes a lot longer in real life. It takes forever in real life actually to finish anything. There you go, we can do an easel. We can do that. Grab and decorations, but we can grab tiny tart. So we're not dripping paint all over those beautiful restored wood floors. Just need a tarp. You imagine you go through all that work to restore the wood and then just drip paint all over it. It would totally be me. I would totally do that. Coffee table? No, I don't want to cover up the rug. I love that rug so much. But we can definitely put some more stuff on this table over here. Maybe another plant. Or at least a vase. I feel like I'm always looking for more, like, flower vases. I don't know why. I don't know why I feel like there's just not enough of them. It's so strange. But, like, does anybody else feel that way? Like, you just don't, like, there's just not actually that many, like, vases of flowers in The Sims. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just the only person that feels that way. It's like there's bouquets and there's like there's the lilies, which came with the artist kit. These are great. Beautiful lilies, but I don't know. I just feel like I never have enough. This feels impractical. I feel like every time you went to like water it or tend to this plant, you just spilled dirt everywhere. We'll keep the hanging plants for another room. Oh my goodness. I think we'll put like a little console table under the frame TV, and then maybe that'll be it. That'll be it for today. If I wasn't so damn tired, I would keep going. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. But maybe I just need to build up streaming stamina. But I'm planning on streaming tomorrow, hopefully. Not The Sims, even though we're not done yet. I'm planning on streaming the first part of a playthrough of The Seance of Blake Manor. I just finished it over the weekend. I know it just came out. I played right through it. I loved it. And I think it's a really, really good game, and I want to share it with people because I liked it so much. So yeah, I think if I feel up to it, that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. If anyone is interested in coming along for that. It's a lot. It's intense. But I think it's really fun. And it's a really well-made game. It's really beautiful. And if you're someone like me who likes gothic horror, who likes those types of stories, I think you're really gonna enjoy it. At the very least, you might enjoy playing it yourself. Which, if gothic horror is your jam, it's your deal, then you should definitely check The Sands of Blake Manor. It's so good. I can't even describe how good. It's just crazy. Almost feel like I want to set up like stuff so they can like commemorate the original owners of the house. Like I can't imagine that. So since ghosts exist in a lot of Sims, I can't imagine that having somebody turn your house into like a flipper nightmare was good for the ghosts of the people who lived here originally. And I would imagine they're feeling a little bit unsettled. So I'm thinking that it would be fun, or at the very least funny, to, once I'm all done, put the trait on hallowed ground on this lot. I just think that would be funny. Okay. Yes, I think that down a little bit. That's giant. Okay. Clutter. Clutter, clutter, clutter. I'm just scrolling. Oh, extra candles. They should have rings on them. Or is that not? Oh, there. You just can't see that there's rings on those candles. I guess I just, no matter what, I always veer in the direction that, like, they're occult or witchy or things like that. I'm just randomly throwing things on here. Yeah, that makes sense. Not at all. Stack those like they're books. This bin is just gonna be like the everything bin that like whatever stuff they have lying. We'll just throw it in there. Oh, but I do love these. I do a butterfly. So apparently, because we do have an artist in the family, clearly. So this could be like a little painting he did. Displayed proudly. This is a nice step up from the fridge. And I can't resist a little skeleton moment. This is such a cool piece. I just want to gush about this because I love it so much. This is Lapanamono. And you can find her really easily online. But she just has these incredible gothic pieces. And also, if you're not super into the gothic pieces, she has some really beautiful, like, sleek modern pieces too. But I just love this, like, crystal terraria situation with the skeleton hand and the butterfly perched on the skeleton hand. Just looks good. I'm obsessed. I love her stuff so much. And you will see tons of it in every single build that I do. I am sure. I'm happy with that. So I think we'll call it here for now. If you watched, thank you so much. That's very sweet of you for coming along. I will come back to this. I'm gonna try to stream some Sims builds every week on Tuesdays. We'll see how that goes. I can't promise it'll go well considering my track record, but we're gonna try. So we'll keep on working on this build until it comes together to be an actual house. If you saw something like a CC piece that you liked but you didn't catch the name of or you can't find, you can hit me up on Tumblr or on BlueSky. My links to those should be on my Twitch channel. And you can message me there and I will find out for you where it's from. Because I love sharing CC creators. I think they're just doing incredible, amazing things. Definitely worth taking a look at. And putting CC in your game is so easy. And if you don't have a Tumblr and you don't have BlueSky, and you don't want to make one, and you have questions still, I will put the VOD for this up on YouTube sometime later tonight, unless I fall asleep immediately, which is entirely possible. And you can leave a comment on the VOD asking, and I will try to remember to check and find out for you and reply once I know where the piece is from. I'm going to try to stream Seance of Blake Manor, a little bit of it at least tomorrow night. And I might add another day of streaming to like a schedule. I might try to like fill out a schedule, maybe Stardew Valley, because I actually make mods for that. Not big ones, I've just made a couple of recipe mods, but I do want to share some really cool mods and mod creators for that as well. So we'll see. We'll see. But once again, if you watched, if you hung out for any amount of time, I truly appreciate you. Um, and uh, I will hopefully be back on tomorrow, and if not, hopefully the same time next week. But once again, thank you so much. Uh, bye.